First week of the NBA season begins its close in Detroit, Little Caesars Arena, with two Eastern Conference contenders, the 2-1 Cavaliers and the 2-1 Pistons, going to battle. And excited to be bringing you this one. We welcome you courtside. Two in a row, trying to keep that rolling and start to make their way towards the top of the Eastern Conference. Cleveland controls, and we're underway from Little Caesars Arena. Yesterday in the win over Milwaukee at home, 118-113 home opener for Cleveland as Hunter returned to the lineup, and he lobs it up for Allen.
See how Duncan Robinson right there. That's a tough tag to get because Sam Merrill has been on fire. He's the weak side help defender, and that's why there is nobody at the rim.
Just took a massive leap in his development, now a bona fide star in the NBA. Tobias Harris got hot early yesterday and stays that way today. He did in turning this Pistons team around, tripled their win total last year. One of the best single season turnarounds in NBA history. Duncan Robinson.
He has KG-like potential, man. This guy could be a 3-level scorer at his size. He'd be unstoppable.
But Austin, what have you thought about just
aggressive here on a 5-on-4. Around it goes for Hunter's three, short. Rebound, track down Duren. Oh, he knocked it away from Robinson, and Allen has a chance for three. Cross inside for Duren, and it looked like a lot of contact. No foul called on Mobley. It's a 5-on-4. Merrill, pump, dribble, Merrill, automatic.
Hey, listen, man.
Again, had to battle back before halftime and then eventually run away with it down the stretch. Merrill, pump. You see the respect from defenders.
That's off him. You know what he can shoot the basketball as, but then if you do help, he is locked and loaded.
Yep.
Cunningham, that is tough. Season only shot 53% from the free throw line, below 70% for his career. Cunningham, pocket pass. Oh, denied by Mobley.
Hunter going for that steal, and Duren with the quick feet, the little spin move, gets to his right jump hook.
Swing, swing, Hunter connects.
Right now, their team trying to find minutes for some of these players.
Cunningham.
How about knowing the big guys out here handling the ball? We've seen Isaiah Stewart bring it up now.
There, Tyson making the most of his minutes. We talked about earlier today, Kenny raving about him on defense. My goodness.
What a move by Mitchell.
For great offense.
No question.
It's not great for Donovan, but it's good for their team.
That was not great offense from Stewart. Gives it away. Tyson tried to hesitate. Stewart got back defensively. Second chance. It's Allen working on Harris for two.
Like, who's going to make plays and who's going to score? It's probably going to have to be Tobias Harris.
Robbie, I was just thinking the same thing on who. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Mitchell. Game this year, they said he was still a rookie, so he had to go through all his rookie duties. He was getting the donuts in training camp. Proctor had the back. The show. 4 minutes gone here in the second. Cleveland looking to extend. It's Wade for three.
If Detroit wants to make this competitive, Cage is going to have to make tough shots.
Deep one, Merrill got it.
Man.
First half. Green knocked away by Merrill, and he keeps it in bounds. Merrill race to the rim. Leave it for Allen on the slam. Jenkins puts the head down, gets past Porter. Jenkins on the attack. Spray it out.
Right there.
Harris, open look for three.
They're getting a little chippy. This is exactly what Stewart wants.
Hook it, Duren. Tough. Oh! There's also a guy you don't mess with.
No.
Not at all. I said hi to him before the game. I gave him a firm handshake and eye contact.
There's a three ball. Mobley on Cunningham. Duren already 3 fouls, is off the floor. Hunter is fouled. There's a chance for four. Shot clock turned off. 4 seconds left. Here's Mitchell. 2 seconds left. Mitchell attacks, floats, banks it home. That's point three.
That's too easy. Him and Evan Mobley came out without their shooting shirt. I'm assuming just due to how cold it is in here with the icy.
So 4 fouls, and let's see if JB Bickerstaff trusts his young center once again. Bounce it, Allen. Duren couldn't contest it, and Allen takes flight. Find any angle. Now Mitchell go to work against Robinson. Mitchell, snatch back, three ball. Money!
Ooh, have some.
This is a disappointing effort from a team that prides itself in Detroit as being a gritty defensive unit.
Cunningham finally laces a trip around and finally secured. Here's Donovan Mitchell.
Oh,
cross, drive, sham god. That is absurd. And can't hit it. Mitchell looking for more.
Watch the pull-up. Watch the hezzy.
Over the top. Float game. Couldn't finish it. Bounce it. There's Paul Reed.
He's coming in here to make things happen.
That's a pro.
No question.
Holland, no hesitation. Hits the three.
He's going now.
Detroit get it to within a striking distance going into the fourth. Give themselves some life. That's not going to help. Turnover. Allen. Freight train to the rim. Jared Allen. The fro.
The fact of the matter is that Detroit is just not going to win games when he's 3 of 34 teams in the field.
Porter circles, hangs and hits.
Noah talked about that, and he's got to be aggressive here.
Stewart working on Allen. 3 to shoot. Trying to squeeze it in. He did for Javonte Green.
With the way that Merrill has played, and you know what you're going to get from the bigs and Donovan Mitchell. This is a terrifying team.
This is a terrifying ceiling. Points off turnovers. They were second in fast break points. Just none have been there tonight to give them some easy buckets. Jenkins hits the three.
Taps at the rim, spray it out for an open 3. Jenkins pays it off.
Wade. Mitchell. Yes, sir. Lost in a series. They lost by 5 games. Feel like you win those 2. Maybe things are a little bit different, even with the injuries that they did have, as Mobley knocks down a 3.
There.
It's been nearly all good news tonight for Cleveland as Jenkins takes it away. The swipe and score. But there is some level of bad news. Sam Merrill has been ruled out for the rest of the night with a hip contusion. So the guy that Kenny Atkinson said has been, after he went 15 of 29 in his first 3 games of the season. Just scorching hot from downtown. Nance will try. He'll hit a 3.
Sacrifice has to happen, right? And he's a high character guy.
Coast to coast for Jenkins for the deuce.
Lanier and Dennis Jenkins, because they can certainly show J.B. Bickerstaff something here in this last 9:45 that they deserve more time on the floor.
Evan Mobley deserves all the time possible.
Yes, he does.
Here's Lanier.
There you go.
And he rattles it home.
Right there.
That's what he needs.
Evan Mobley deserves all the time possible.
Yes, he does.
Here's Lanier.
There you
And he
go.
rattles it home.
Right there.
That's what he needs to do. Big-time shooter out of Tennessee. He needs to do. Big-time shooter out of Tennessee. Hasn't shot the ball yet thus far. Was 1 for 5 from 3 coming tonight.
He just bulldozed him.
Lanier misfires.
It's that Duke education.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You're
here we
right.
go.
We don't get
Okay.
it. We don't get it with the Harvard of Central New York.
I don't think they're scoring, because he's just out here doing whatever he wants. Look at that.
He is balling.
He's just
Another absurd finish.
But his finish.
Look, plus minus doesn't always tell you the full story, except for today, when Donovan Mitchell's at plus 40.
Jesus.
That is crazy.
Game. He was a 4th-team Division III All-American. I've never heard of a 4th-teamer, but he made it. Jenkins right.
That Malik Beasley or Tim Hardaway Jr. were. You've got Duncan Robinson. You know Cade Cunningham is going to attract a lot of attention. You know that lane's going to be.
There was an interesting point that Kenny Atkinson had brought up with Tyrese Proctor. He's a young guy as a rookie coming into the NBA, and yet you think about all the huge games.
I mean, think about role players who don't play every game and play spotted minutes, how hard it is to not only come in and have an impact, but be consistent.
What a pass. Proctor finds Bryant.
To keep their rhythm alive because they don't get in-game reps. It's very hard to emulate this type of pace and physicality, and it's hard to emulate this adrenaline. So when these guys get in the game, it's got a pretty
home
shot.
for Toronto, Atlanta, and Philly before their first cup game at Washington. Oh, nice pocket pass on the finish. Final 90 seconds here in Detroit. Jenkins kick it. Lanier got the 3. Just like now, it's a team field goal attempt on a heave. All dressing when it's all said and done. A dominant effort by Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. 116-95 to win their 3rd consecutive game and do it in style on the road in Detroit. All 5 Cleveland starters in double figures. Mitchell with 35 points, a plus 38 in the